watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, rise and grind DMV. It's Saturday morning, and boy, are we waking up to some patchy fog out there with cooler temperatures. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that Veterans Day forecast coming up.
And it is Veterans Day. We're tracking all the different events and ceremonies to honor those who serve and hear the story of how one Air Force veteran is healing the wounds left from trauma while in service. And the latest update on a police cruiser stolen from UDC campus on Thursday night. And despite Maryland Governor Wes Moore's high praise over the FBI headquarters coming to the state, we'll hear what those still opposed to the move are now calling for. But at 7 o'clock straight up, we are starting with this gorgeous live view over Roslyn this morning. It's beautiful for so many reasons. You can still see some of those fall colors, the fog. It's very picturesque. It's almost like something that we took a picture of, a painting of. It's so pretty, but it is chilly, people, so be aware of that. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to our top stories in just a bit. First, we want to say thank you to all our veterans for serving. We appreciate you so much and celebrate you today. And Brittany has some good news for you if you're going to be out and about celebrating our veterans today. Just about anywhere in the DMV.
Yeah, and the good news is that it's going to be a gorgeous day out there. Want to bring the jacket out because temperatures will be below average for this time of year, but overall we are dry. Satellite and radar is showing you the last few hours across the DMV. Still seeing some clouds across portions of the area, but we'll begin to see clearer skies as we head through the rest of your day today. But like you saw on that camera, dealing with the patchy fog. So stepping out the door at this hour, just make sure you are taking your time. Temperature wise, still fairly chilly. Have the jacket on hand. 29 is the current temperature in Manassas as well as Martinsburg, West Virginia. At the freezing point there in Luray, 39 is the current temperature in DC, 34 in Hagerstown. So very chilly start. And take a look at our temperature change. This is from the last 24 hours. A few locations are about 20 degrees cooler right now than they were yesterday. In this cooling trend, this will be sticking around with us as we head into the next 3 days. So 58 expected to be the high. Very nice day for us to celebrate our veterans as we start to see sunshine return to the area. Holding on to the sunny skies through your Sunday, but a tad bit cooler, 5 to 10 degrees cooler tomorrow than we were today, with highs struggling to get out of the lower 50s. Then we're back in the upper 50s as we head into your Monday with a warming trend in that 7-day forecast. So definitely keep it here, Tosin. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, looking forward to that. Thank you. 7:02, one person had to be extracted from under a car after DC Fire and EMS responded to a rollover crash this morning on South Capitol Street Southeast and MLK Jr. Avenue. First responders say 3 people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The person pulled from the car was helped by other drivers on the scene. And over in Prince George's County, police have identified the 4th and last victim who died in a fiery crash in Mitchellville. All 4 were teenagers. Police say Dartil Byers was with 3 other teens when their car hit a tree and caught fire. Investigators later learned the car had been stolen from Greenbelt. Officers say they tried to make a traffic stop before the crash, but that car raced off. All 4 kids in the car were 14 and 15 years old. In the district, a teenager now facing charges in the murder of a 14-year-old boy. Police say Nico Estep was shot to death on 14th and Fairmont Streets in Columbia Heights last Friday. A second teenager was also shot in the same area but survived. 17-year-old Lorenzo Thompson facing charges including second-degree murder. Still in the district, police have tracked down a stolen University of DC police cruiser. Officers say the Ford Explorer was taken from UDC's campus overnight. Investigators say the cruiser was found abandoned earlier Friday night near North Capitol and P Streets in Northwest. And now police are still trying to track down the suspect in the car theft. Take a look at your screen. This is a photo. If you recognize this man, you're asked to call DC police. 7:03, a DC restaurant is closing for good. The owners of Brine Oyster say the increase in crime and cost of doing business is forcing them to make the drastic move. The restaurant opened on 8th Street in 2020, followed by a DuPont location this year. Our Mariel Carbone is on 8th Street, where violent crime played a major role in this decision.
To paint a picture of the situation here on this block of H Street, back in September, 4 people were shot, 1 killed at the now shut down Crew nightclub. And at the end of this block, an employee at Tony's place was shot while on the job in May. Back here at Brine, a staff member was robbed, shot, and stabbed walking down the street here. The owners say all of this makes it impossible to stay in business. Along the H Street corridor, neighbors say crime is out of control.
Last month, there were like 6 murders in this environment. I don't blame anybody for wanting to move out of it.
This man has lived in the area for 8 years. He's asked not to show his face because he's scared of retaliation.
It's just gun battles after gun battles, murders after murders.
So it sounds like it doesn't surprise you to hear a business would leave because of crime.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
And that's exactly what's happening.
I don't feel safe around here. My team certainly doesn't.
Back in June, Brine Oyster co-owner Aaron McGovern spoke to DC News Now about the impact of crime, from robberies to shootings on his business.
My employee was shot and stabbed over his wallet.
Thursday, he announced Brine is closing, writing on Facebook, the pandemic, the current economic climate, and the spike in violent crime have made it increasingly difficult to operate and impossible for us to survive.
It definitely changes the atmosphere and aesthetics of H Street.
Quest Skinner is a frequent patron of the H Street restaurant.
You understand the businesses, what's at stake for the owners. Everyone that goes out of business in a city is a great loss.
Brine isn't alone. In Logan Circle, Buttercream Bake Shop announced plans to close at the end of the year, in part due to crime. And last winter, City Winery in Ivy City closed over safety concerns.
There is no place in the world right now that I can see is untouched by violence.
And the final dinner service both at this location and at the DuPont location is set for tomorrow night. Reporting on H Street, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
So what is the city doing to help all these businesses? Well, here's what we know. Last month, Mayor Bowser announced her Act Now legislation. There are new penalties for directing organized retail theft and an additional charge for wearing a mask while committing a crime. The D.C. Council also expanded its camera rebate program for businesses. And finally, new police chief Pamela Smith says officers will be walking their beats as a deterrence. Well, top Maryland leaders are celebrating the new FBI headquarters set to be built in Greenbelt, while brushing off concerns raised by FBI Director Christopher Wray. Leonard N. Fleming has more on how top Virginia officials are now calling on Congress to order a redo.
We are thrilled that the FBI is coming to the state of Maryland.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore was joined by every top state elected official after General Services Administration chose Greenbelt, Maryland as the next home for the FBI.
This is going to bring over 7,500 jobs to the state of Maryland, will generate over $4 billion of economic activity.
But questions were raised by FBI Director Christopher Wray on the selection process by the GSA, saying it was flawed. That has been brushed off by Maryland leaders, including Senator Chris Van Hollen.
The decision that was made is a final decision. It is absolutely wrong of Director Chris Wray to impugn and question the character, the integrity, and the independence of the site selection administrator.
Wray alleges that the GSA official who once worked for WMATA had a conflict of interest in overruling a unanimous decision that Springfield, Virginia was the best site for the Bureau. Maryland Congressman Steny Hoyer says Maryland is moving forward.
An objective reading of all the facts led to the selection of the FBI headquarters at Greenbelt, Maryland, because it's best for the country, best for the FBI, and best for the people.
Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now.
And in Virginia, Prince William County planning commissioners are shooting down the Digital Gateway project after meeting for nearly 24 hours. The proposed data center is highly controversial in the county. It is a plan to rezone over 2,100 acres of land. That meeting to discuss the center began at 2 p.m. on Wednesday and wasn't over until yesterday. However, the planning commission's vote against the project doesn't mean it's over. The county board is expected to weigh in on the topic by the end of the year. And we are celebrating Veterans Day across the DMV, celebrating those who served. And if you're looking for some fun activities, you may want to check out the National Harbor as Spirit Park celebrates its 1-year anniversary. The activities will run all weekend starting today until Monday the 12th. Today, the U.S. Air Force Band will hold a performance starting at 2:45. The Capitol Wheel will offer free rides to veterans starting at 10 a.m. and it'll all happen at the National Harbor on the waterfront. And Veterans Day will be full of tributes and ceremonies at Arlington National Cemetery. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla spoke with visitors about honoring the past and changing the future.
It's a place where those who served our country are honored. Sometimes with a wreath laying, a visit from world leaders, or a burial. Arlington National Cemetery is a place where hundreds of thousands of veterans forever rest, and this weekend, Veterans Day weekend, they will have tons of visitors.
We're coming from upstate New York, family visiting from Arizona.
Also from Indiana.
They'll come from all over, and while they'll come for different reasons,
every grave in there has a story.
It's now their job to tell those stories. We asked them to share them with us on the Arlington Memorial Bridge, the Bridge to Peace. We heard stories of lives lost.
We came out and laid an angel on his gravestone, which my grandmommy makes.
Of heroism.
He was a World War II veteran. He was also in the Korean War.
And of perspective.
His sacrifice wasn't in vain.
But we also heard stories of how this sacred place, a marker of the past, is changing the future.
It's something that we want to do to have a lasting impact.
Maya Oliver and Casey Manning are Howard University students who visited these hallowed grounds for the first time.
We're both interested in joining the military, so it's definitely something that drives us to fight for our country and fight for our future.
A reminder this weekend that as we honor those who served, they are inspiring others to do the same.
Just feel a sense of pride and respect that there's people out there willing to fight for you.
Values that will certainly be celebrated here and across our nation.
Those stories are just a few of the many, many stories that will be told and retold throughout the weekend here at Arlington National Cemetery, highlighted by the 70th annual National Veterans Day observance Saturday morning at 11. Reporting in Arlington, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Thank you, Max. And in the district, today marks the 30th anniversary of the Vietnam Women's Memorial built on the National Mall in 1982. It's the first in D.C. to exclusively recognize the women who served both in the military and as civilians. To honor the memorial's anniversary, there's a special ceremony this morning from 9 to 11. It'll be on the National Mall northeast of the Lincoln Memorial. It's free. There'll be speakers and honored guests paying tribute to women who served. And the Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs announced plans to light up the state and county buildings and landmarks in green in honor of Veterans Day. It's part of Operation Greenlight, a campaign to show support for veterans and military families. Some participating buildings across Maryland will be the Government House in Annapolis, the University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore, and M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens. Officials also encouraging people across the state of Maryland to change one light bulb in their home to a green one. And in Hagerstown, the city will be paying tribute to those who served in the armed forces. This year, it'll feature a special tribute to Air Force veteran Will Trotter. Trotter served as an operations officer in the North American Space Command. He's also the president of American Legion Auxiliary District 8. Hagerstown officials are hosting special tributes across the city.
Veterans Day, very important to the city of Hagerstown. Mayor and the participating council members will go to 6 different locations in the city and lay wreaths there at the monuments and memorials.
The wreath-laying ceremony is taking place at the Rose Hills Cemetery along Memorial Boulevard. And as the community honors Veterans Day, Metro is gearing up for a weekend filled with commuters. Buses will run on a supplemental Saturday schedule, meaning all buses that would run on Saturday will run today in addition to select routes. As a reminder, shuttle buses will be replacing Blue and Silver Line services between Stadium Armory and Addison Road. The Red Line will run single track between Medical Center and Grosvenor.